work and stuff. And I'm not worried about her or Tevin getting jobs. Actually, we do have jobs secured for them with Jesse's boss if they need it. So, Columbia, my daughter has more respect for me than that beyond your belief. And she usually deprives Tevin of sex anyway. So, I'm not worried about it. That's why I'll let him stay in my room. So, yeah, she wouldn't do it either.
I'm gonna have to exit out and come back in.
Okay.
I hear echo.
You hear an echo? Okay. I
Yeah,
don't hear it on
hold
my
on.
side, but it's probably just yours.
Yeah, it's. I think it's mine. Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. So, all right, Randy, I see. Um, so I think everyone thing will be okay because my issue is like last night. I like to stay up, right? And usually on Friday or Saturday nights, I stay on late. And I had to go get off my computer and go in my room. Hey, Helen. Hey. Um, and I had to go in my room. So, yeah, I had a great time last night too. And I like to do that. But with my daughter, the last time I had to get on my phone. Then I have issues with my connection when I'm on my phone in my room and I shut my door. I lose signal. So, we'll be fine. And I'll be fine on the couch. It's going. How's it going with you, Helen? So, congratulations on the broadcast of the week. Congratulations on the longest broadcast interview. So,
I didn't watch the broadcast of the week yesterday.
oh, they had a lot of people and a lot of newbies. So,
Oh yeah.
which was
Well, that's good.
pretty cool. Hey, Randy. So,
What's happening, Elisa? Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good, Randy. How about you?
No worries. I took a long nap on the couch and I woke up. Now I'm wide awake at 6:30 at night, and it's going to be a while before I get tired again.
Right?
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. So the broadcast of the week did. I don't think they had one sunrise or something. It wasn't all sunrises or sunsets.
Hold on. Let me put my wide angle lens back on. I had it off.
Well, the French, she had problems with the French. There was all types of things. There was all types of stuff he couldn't pronounce. But I have that problem with a lot of things. And then they try to put the pronunciation in the thing. So, and it's just send it to me so I can hear it, and then I'm fine. It's funny.
Hello, Miss Helen. Hello, Miss Lady Sunshine. Hello, Mutab.
Randy, you had fun with the camels the other day.
Oh yeah, that new place was extra cool, man. I can't believe that dude's farm. His camels are so nice.
Yeah, now the babies are the mamas protective of the babies because I see you
But
know I,
apparently the mamas were used to the people around because they didn't
oh
mind me at all. They didn't bother me at all.
oh
But when the
wow,
ones that are like out in the open all the time, they're a little overprotected.
yeah, yeah, I remember you talking about that. That's
Yeah.
I was there like, oh my god, babies. So wait, I got to tell you all. So the other day, someone comes walking in with this. I thought it was a dog in his arms. It was a baby goat. Someone come into 7-Eleven with the baby goat. He had just picked it up. It was little black and white. It was so tiny, and it's going to be a dwarf. It's a dwarf goat. So I said, well, you're going to have to bring it back. We're going to have to watch it. It'll
By the
grow
way,
up.
the dwarf goats and the mini pigs don't exist. I had the
This,
dwarf goat. He grew up to be something that would jump in the kitchen window and break the window if he wouldn't open and let him in. He
oh,
was
wow.
not a giant goat, but they're not mini like you think. My
Well,
mom broke down after we begged forever and we got one of the supposedly dwarf goats.
yeah.
Yeah.
So most people like what's the Vietnamese pigs, right? People don't know they feed them because they'll keep eating and eating, and that's why they get so big. If
They
you
get
watch their
giant.
diets,
The goats are
yeah,
cool though, but they're very needy. They don't like to stay by themselves. So we had one and it was always in the kitchen. He would jump on the balcony, and then in all the windows and look in. And then
Oh,
as it got a
wow.
little older, it would hit its head on the window. So if you didn't open it, he would crack the window.
Oh, not
We
good.
Oh,
actually had to give it to
man.
my aunt, who had like a 5 acre with a few horses, and then he was great. But no. As soon as he got a little older and the little horn started to come out, that was the end of him being around the house.
So where I lived in Georgia, I lived on a little over an acre, and the deer used to run in my backyard, and the fox and everything, because there was a stream and there was a lake, and they would use my back side of my property.
Hold
And I
on,
had
Earl.
an
I
osprey
got to help
nest.
my cat.
So we used to get fox, red fox. It was kind of cool. I used to have everything in my yard. And a friend of mine says, "There's no way you have that many deer over here," because he was a hunter. So he put deer cameras out
No.
there, and he couldn't believe all the animals that crossed my property. We even would get bobcats, but we could never find them. But we heard them when they were in heat.
I had to
Uh,
give Earl a chair next to me so he wouldn't be freaking out. He
oh,
sits next to me in my old chair. So
yeah.
My ex neighbors, where I moved from and whatnot, they had one pig to begin with, and it weighs probably 300, 350 pounds now. And then they got another one as well, and that one was just a baby at the time, but I'm pretty sure that one's right around the same weight. And yeah, they had a baby gate up at the top of the stairs, and the pig didn't care about it. You just walk right through it. It's like,
Wow, wow, Tina! I
man,
can't believe you had that many in your area. Wow, that's a lot of
the
deers. They
foxes that are so bold, not shy at all. The squirrels are shy, but the foxes are really tame.
tame.
Yeah.
The fox
Earl,
here,
stop.
or the squirrels here will come up to you and take out of your hand at the park because everyone feeds. Well, the homeless, I think, are the ones that probably did it with the squirrels. And we have a lot of albino squirrels down here, which are really cool. Someone caught an albino fish yesterday, uh, a snapper.
never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a snapper that's albino, actually. It's just no
Hello,
pigmentation.
Bishop Jen from Fort Lauderdale. How are you?
Hello, Bishop Jen.
So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Haps finally gave Sports for the Blind a VIP badge.
Oh, awesome.
I was
Congratulations.
like,
Well,
wow, that's
hello,
cool. Thank
Thomas
you.
Tom.
So, I thought that
So,
was pretty
yeah, I
cool.
guess with you running those videos all night help you with that too, right?
Well, and I just did that a couple nights because there's so many different sports out there that, and we don't even do them, but there's just so many different blind sports out there. There's blind hockey that they have
Mm,
up in Canada,
yep.
and that's I don't know, that's pretty wild there. Blind soccer, that's the Paralympic sport that I'm a trained coach for, but a lot of the parents don't want their 10-year-olds to be out there running around with blindfolds, and they're running fast, because in 2028 down in LA, that's where the Paralympics are, and the United States doesn't have a blind soccer team
Oh,
right now, so
hmm.
they're trying to
I
get a
have to
team
just say
together.
that's odd. I couldn't see a bunch of kids that can't see running around. They're gonna be butting heads. Kids that can
Yeah.
see end up with black eyes all the time, butting each other's head and breaking their noses by accident. That's what do you do? Put little whistles on it? I mean, how would you handle it?
Well, they're supposed to be, so the ball has little, like, kind of like bells in it. The soccer ball does. So the people can hear the person that has the ball, but
Hello,
the
Miss Kim.
people that are trying to get the ball, they have to say voy, voy, voy until they get a hold of the person that has the ball, so that they don't, run into each other. So you hear a whole bunch of talking out there on the field, saying voy, 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 which I can't remember what that means, but I think it says moving, I think is what it is.
I think that would be the hardest one right there. That would have to be tough.
It's a rough sport. It's a
Yeah,
rough
that sounds
sport.
like it'd be
If
like
if you
cage fighting almost.
yeah, if you look it up on YouTube, look up 5-a-side blind. It's soccer, and they'll show the Paralympics and stuff like that. And I'll tell you what, those guys are moving. They're probably, I don't know how fast they're moving, but they can get from one end of the field to the other end of the field in a couple seconds.
Wow,
Wow.
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's too crazy for me. I'm too old for that stuff.
People coddle their kids too much nowadays. You know,
And that's what my problem is.
Yep.
Even around here, I'll see a blind person on the bus or whatever, and hey, we have blind sports if you want to come join, and blah blah blah. Give them my number and all that stuff, and most of the time they say, "Oh no, I might get hurt," and I'm like, "Well, you might get hurt just walking down the road too, but we have people that can see to keep us safe," and they're like, no, I don't want to get hurt."
well, maybe you should
I know.
invite them to come watch or hang out with y'all. Maybe
Yeah.
that would be, the other option. And then maybe they'll say, hey, wait, they're not getting hurt, or it's pretty safe. Maybe then I'll join in, right?
Yeah.
The most amazing person I've seen he's a young black kid, and he walks and does everything completely blind since birth, but he uses clicking sounds.
Mhm.
He walks to school. He goes to the mall. I think they did a documentary about him. He does clicks, and he can walk down the sidewalk. He knows the stop signs. He's got it all figured out. The kid does everything, and it's just with the clicking, and he bounces his voice off to know where everything is.
Like bats. It's
a lot
bat.
of blind people do that. A lot of blind people do that.
He was like the most mobile ever. They did I don't know, what was it, Discovery Channel? He was like, they had like sonar, Helen said. Yeah, he was amazing. The kid went everywhere by himself, and he had been doing it since he's like 10 years old. And he's like 20 something now. I mean, he does a lot of things that you just wouldn't think you could do.
Yeah. A lot of blind people, that's how they know their surroundings. They know where a wall is. They know when they're walking down a hall and they're making that whatever noise that they make. Some of them, like one person at work, he's like almost 80 years old, and he'll go, hello, 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 and then he can hear the echo, and then when he walks by a door, it's a different sound.
Right.
So then
those people are talented. I need a light on in the bedroom just to make babies. Sorry about that.
I'm pretty good in it. I like it pitch black. I hate light because it gives me the migraines, and I have dry eyes, and the bright light bothers my eyes too. So my house is pitch black, and people get upset because they walk into things. I never walk into anything.
I'm the opposite.
And it's kind of weird because let's say I go to work and then my better half arranges the living room. Even though I can see a little bit, I'm still, from going to light to dark and dark to light, it takes my eyes a couple minutes to get used to it.
Yeah.
I'll run into the coffee table or the couch or whatever because it was moved and I wasn't aware of it. Because
I don't think that's a blind thing. I broke my toe 3 times on my wife moving the bed. I think that's just normal for all men. If people move stuff, we kick it. My wife's shin is bruised up from people moving stuff.
Yeah.
Because I walk around complacent. I'd use the vision to know where everything was. And then when I walk in the door fast, you don't think about things. And if they range the house a little bit, I'm the first one to crack my door, hit my shin.
Same
My-
here.
I would go on vacation and my daughter would take care of my animals, and I would come home and everything, every room, my daughter would move all the furniture in my house. And I would come home and I said, put everything right back where it was. And I can't wait. She'll probably try to do that here.
Hey, Dina D, how are you? I let them all do everything. I remember growing up, we had a really large home with 5 kids, 6 bedrooms. And my dad's biggest complaint is, can you please have one damn room where you don't move anything? He said, can I just have a closet, some place where you guys don't move anything? He really hated things to be moved around. He just wanted one room where all of us didn't touch it. So people quit moving everything around for him.
Yeah. So let me see if I could flip my camera here.
There goes Vanita. Oh, there's Vanita's troll now.
Juanita, if you're here,
There's-
you get in on my Perry. I don't know whose
Nicklaus.
it is.
Nicklaus.
I don't know if it's mine, but I'll.
Is it?
That one, it must be yours. I didn't turn it on because I knew they'd come
Sit.
around.
It's all right. I'm in.
See, that's. Do you see my guide dog? That's Nicklaus.
Oh, hi.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Cutie. That's
He's
the
a little
first.
gray.
Yeah, Troy mentioned, or someone said something, or Troy said something. Someone said something about a guide dog, and I didn't even realize he had a guide dog. So,
Yeah, this is my guide dog. His name is Nicklaus.
okay, try that again, dude, asshole.
So, okay, lay down, bud.
He came in on your account, by the way. That's
Yeah,
funny.
I got
man.
him. They're already blocked, Randy. It's already done.
Yeah, there's some people harassing Vanita and Karen, and they've been doing it for forever. I don't know why they're
Well,
harassing them.
You know what? They're not going in and blocking them. That's the issue. Like, why not go have a second device next to you at all time? You know, normally
Yeah.
I have one of my moderators in there. So
They only started coming in recently because I was what did
you
I
probably
was
were
asking,
in there.
I was being nice and asking them, hey man, just leave those ladies alone. Karen especially. Karen's in her 70s and you're harassing her that much. Come on. That's just terrible.
Yeah, but
And now
she
they-
sits there and she gets upset with them, and that's the worst thing she can do. She just
I've told her to ignore and don't overreact.
and
but
where's her
anyway.
moderators? Her moderators can do it for her too. Well, Tina, the problem is you can submit it as spam. It's not going to help because they're on a different platform. You have to go to that platform and block them. That's the only thing you can do. So,
The end of Periscope will stop that nonsense.
Yep.
So you only got 10 days of that stuff left.
And everyone's numbers are going to get real too, instead of them having them ghosting. But have you noticed the numbers are ghosting now, Randy?
What do you mean?
So remember how the bots used to come in on Periscope and your numbers would inflate?
I never had that.
Okay, well, that people were getting banned over it because it was against the guidelines, botting, right? So now
It happened to me one time, and I told them that wasn't me, and they fixed it.
Correct. We notify them. So it happened
Yeah,
to
I
me
notified
two times, and you notify them, and then they'll take care of it, right? So, but the people that didn't notify it, and I would in my scope when it would happen too. And then I would find out, I usually could find the person and block them because I knew my list. I knew what was about and what wasn't about. You could tell. And I would end up blocking them, go back live again, and I wouldn't have an issue. But right now,
no, that's been a few years ago. That's back when the porn bots
yeah,
were.
but now if you look at someone's broadcast, say like you look at my broadcast and I'll show 5,000 views. And if you look at the eyeball, you only have 500, but if you look at Periscope, it's showing all the rest, the 4,500. If you go to your Periscope and look at it, your Periscope is showing maybe 20 or 30 people on it. but they're ghosting. Jesse says the bots are ghosting, that you're not actually seeing it. Someone got really good that they're ghosting the numbers. So
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of reality is going to hit a lot of people that have high number scopes. Their numbers are going to go back to reality when Periscope goes to a read only. Oh,
I,
yes.
I haven't had that in 3 years. 3 years ago, when that porn people, the Russian porn guys were out.
Right.
Remember when they give you
Yes.
40,000 views in 2 seconds and you couldn't
Yep.
even read your comments?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, they would flood you with messages, and then you just would sit there and you couldn't even chat.
Right.
That was 2 or 3 years ago. They fixed that though in a few weeks. It didn't last that long.
So our numbers, I guess we won't lose our followers because they're going to leave it as a read only. Periscope is not going to disappear. It's going to be a read only. So we won't, we shouldn't lose all our followers per
All
se.
my viewers come from Twitter anyway. Even
Yeah.
the Twitter guys would watch the Periscope. So my viewer on Periscope's always been a couple of thousand, but it was always guys I know that come over from Twitter, because in this area, Twitter rules in the Middle East. But in the Philippines and Asia, it's all about Facebook.
Right.
You're not on Facebook, they're not gonna, you're just nobody, because they
Right.
give them free data for their phone for Facebook only.
Oh,
So when you're in Asia, they don't charge the people for any data used on Facebook. And that's why it's so popular.
is that why they use WhatsApp too?
Yes, that's the reason they use these.
Jesse's job uses WhatsApp, and it's like, I don't even have it. I won't even. People say, "Do you have WhatsApp?" Nope, sure no.
Oh, the rest of the world, from Europe to Middle East to Asia,
know.
everybody. I have 2 accounts.
Yeah, no, thank you.
One's just for business and one's personal. Most of the follower numbers are Periscope, but I've cared about numbers. So yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
The big care about numbers was not how many was viewing, was watching for the people to take over your scope.
right.
Like Elisa was saying, when the porn guys were there.
And a lot of people earned their gold badges because of that. They probably
Yeah, but
wouldn't.
they took them all away and reset it after they found it out, though.
No, they didn't.
Maybe not
No,
their
they
badge, but they took a lot of their followers away. I watched some people one day have a ton of followers, next day have 100.
Yeah, they purged. They've done another purge recently, like maybe 2 months ago. They did another purge because I lost over 1,000 followers, but I have over 7,000 blocks because I would block them all. So
You're a block happy person.
well, I didn't want all those fake people in my. I didn't want those bots in mine.
There were people buying gold badges from Russian accounts.
Correct.
Yeah, what was happening is there's some dudes in Russia that were getting the account to get a gold badge. And then they would sell you an account and you change it to your name.
Right.
They caught all those people and deleted them.
And actually, they ran those accounts at night with the bots. And I actually found some of them.
Oh, I know the guy who was selling him. His name's Alex. He's actually a cool dude. It's what he did for a living.
Him and his brother did it.
Yeah, they offered me, you want to do it? I said, no, man, I'm cool. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
I just want to know how they did it as a business. But they were doing it as a business.
Well, they were in
How were they making money at it?
They would charge you if you want a gold account. They would ask you for some type of money. I never asked how much they charge, but that's
they
what
had a
were doing.
website, Randy. They had a website.
Oh, did they have a website?
Yeah. Yep.
I talked to him face to face like this, but I've never talked to him on a website.
Right.
The Aussie contingent were all up in the Russian gold scam, were they? I'd met the guy. He was all right. I was curious how he made money.
Yeah, there was another guy from another country. There was Alex, and then there was a guy from I don't remember where he was from. If he was from Africa, he was from a different country. I don't remember where he was from. And he had a website too. So
I don't have anything against the guys. Those guys were doing it and making money. They were legitimately making an account happen. Well, not legitimately. They were making a gold account and then reselling it. So they had a business. How legit it is, I don't know. But
But they
They were
allowed him
making
in Slack,
business.
Randy.
Huh?
They allowed him in Slack, and then they were boasting what they were doing in Slack, and all the Periscope people were there seeing it.
Well, okay. One of the programmers, I don't want to go into detail. Let me just say, somebody at Periscope worked with them. Okay.
Correct. I know that.
Oh, you
Of
know,
course.
I don't want to tell them the whole deal. I know the
Well,
guys, all of
if
them,
you
and which
hey,
guy that worked there did it.
so at
He was getting a kickback.
Twitter, if anyone read the new terms and conditions a couple of months ago when they put it out, they are going to be labeling the bot accounts.
Well, they actually at the beginning they were promoting it because they wanted to
Correct.
grow.
Correct.
So they actually invited it, and it got carried away, and they didn't
Correct.
stop it. That's what happened.
Yes. Yeah, they were helping people get their gold badges. You know, they were going into their live streams and being real friendly, and their numbers. And these people were so excited thinking they were real views, and they're not. They're fake views. So
They made the whole VIP scheme pointless. Not really. You can tell if somebody who was supposed to and somebody who's not. I mean, if you go into there and there's 10,000 people and nobody's chatting, it's obvious it's a scam. I mean,
correct. And
if you're in a live broadcast and nobody's talking or chatting, okay,
right.
There's a problem.
Yeah, and you see the numbers, they would go to 600 and then they would start to drop down. They would inject the bots again. The numbers would go back up. And then when they would start to fall back down, they would inject more bots, you know, and you paid and you could paid for the injection, the program to do it as well. And it depended
the only
on
time that would happen for real if Periscope was featuring you.
Correct.
Now, when they started to feature you, that would happen for 30 minutes, up and down, up and down. As soon as the feature stopped, it would level off. But you're right; you can see the throttle going on, whoop, whoop, like somebody was moving a motorcycle gas. Boom, boom.
And Alex was in those streams, being their friend. You know,
like I say, it was promoted from the top down. So
I know.
Created.
That's why we had that no scope day. That was because we saw
I
that
remember the no scope day.
I cried.
Did you?
There was a big event here, and I knew if I would have went live because they had already starting, you know, there was a no scope Friday.
I remember we were all upset. It was like a day that it was Friday. It was a day where I always go to the desert, and I was kind of, oh, come on. But if you didn't cooperate, everybody would excommunicate you. So you had to cooperate.
Yep.
Yeah, No Scope Friday. That's what it was. No Scope Friday. I remember now.
It was a big event here. There was a huge event here with NASA, and I cried all day. I was so upset.
When was that? What, around 3 years ago, Elisa?
Yeah.
Maybe 4 years ago? 3 or 4 years ago.
It was 3 years ago because I was a VIP. So, yeah, it was 3. Yeah, 3. Most definitely 3. You don't remember that? Well, I remember it.
Yeah, I remember it because I was angry because Friday was my only day off of work. And I was having a busy schedule that time, so I couldn't do anything during the week. And Friday was like the only day I could broadcast back then. Yeah. And then they said I couldn't do it. Remember Tina? Tina was there.
Yeah, and Jesse wanted me to use his account. And I said, no, because they're going to see me and then they're going to destroy me. And I didn't want my reputation destroyed, that I went against everyone, you know.
Yeah, excommunicate you.
Yep. So
they did that to a few people. They excommunicated a few people. That was the end.
They excommunicated Alex and his brother from Slack. And that's when the crash of Slack started to happen. The girl went out on pregnancy leave. And that was the end. She was supposed to come back. She never came back. So we had the iOS guy was pretty much the only one in there that was helping us when we had problems. So, yeah, it was disgusting.
Slack became vile.
Yep.
They had a whole group
for Periscope. They have their own. They let them open their own up and promote it and everything. But I've left all that. I got out of it.
Remember the group they created against me, trying to figure out how come I got popular? Well, they had a whole group about it. It was hilarious.
People were very jealous of you, Randy. They just
Oh
don't
my
understand.
God.
They thought you had a fake account. They thought you were using bots. They thought you were behind it.
They didn't know that I'm just a dude out in the desert. People like it, and I had a lot of friends. It was funny. They had a 6-month group, all jealous. How come he's doing this? How come he got blah blah? Oh my God! I didn't even know about it. Then somebody said, "You know, they're talking about you every day." I said, "Why? I don't even have a schedule. I'm a random broadcaster."
Yeah, that's why you didn't see it. So it was usually the gold side where most of the communication went on, and we had direct communication with. They really worked with me. He used to come in my scopes whenever I had issues, and that's how between him and Sprint at the time, with all the issues I was having, it really helped me learn how the cellular system works and the signal and what you need to broadcast with a clean stream and everything. So,
But that whole group was a bunch of jealous fogies. It was weird.
yeah, they still are. They still
Yeah,
are.
I'm not into it. They want to be
And
jealous.
them allowing
Leave me alone.
people to dox people. And I mean, it just got ridiculous. And it's my opinion. I have the right freedom of speech to talk shit about someone.
Did you know how I beat the doc system? We
Hmm.
live broadcast from my CEO's office, and we give out our phone number and emails.
Yeah.
We dox ourselves, and go
Right.
ahead, come at us. My phone
Right.
number and email have been public for 5 years. And
Yeah,
then
my
I go
son-
to the CEO's office and randomly broadcast. That helps.
yeah. So yeah, I didn't care. Like my boss knew when I was working for the transportation company, him and the dispatcher were very well aware of what I did. And if anyone
Hello,
had
sir.
ever called, they wouldn't believe anything, So I've seen people put in a hotel and put out in the middle of the cold, lying, because they would know the scheme of the hotel room, and then they would call the hotel. They destroy
There was
people's
some funny,
lives.
there was some funny nasties back then. Mind you, I had some major blank from Periscope, real life stalkers and all. Oh yeah, I did too. I mean, I
I
had a
left.
female stalker. You guys remember the lady?
Yep.
Remember the lady stalker for a year?
Yep.
Oh, she was. I had to call the sheriff department in her city and report her. And it was a small town, and they knew her and went to her house.
Yep.
I had a lady freaking went mental, just turned into a stalker.
Do you remember the one MMA had
He had a stalker too.
from England? And she had some criminal records. She still can't go near the water.
Can't go near the water.
No,
What?
because she tried to kill herself so many times, and they spent so much money on rescuing her that she got banned from going near the water. Literally. Does Helen know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
I'm asking Helen. She may know who I'm talking about. I don't remember her name.
Oh, I had a lady that went crazy. It was so weird.
I had the one stalker. He destroyed me. He destroyed my Periscope, got my gold badge taken away. I didn't even do nothing.
The NASCAR guy.
Yeah.
Your best buddy, the NASCAR celebrity. I know it's not funny, but it is now that it's all over.
Correct, Helen. But the people here from the United States. Okay. The people here, well, if you look about the lady that's banned from the water for committing suicide, I bet you can find out who she is. So, and she got arrested on live stream too.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago, there was like abundance of stalkers. It was wild. You had to be careful not to be too nice to somebody that was overly nice because they would get attached to you. What's that? It's a personality. Sports for the blind.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that? What is that person? There's a name for that.
Say it again, Randy.
If somebody gets too attached to you, they can't get away from you. There's a name, some medical term for that.
Infatuated?
They get
infatuated.
infatuated, but no, I don't know. They live and breathe on every word, and if you do anything weird,
yeah.
they go berserk.
Well, and
I
you
had
guys
someone
know
like that.
you guys know Yo Pickles. She had a couple of those, and I had to go. I went on my live stream, and then I called them on my phone. These people, and told them to not come back. Don't create any other accounts, all that kind of stuff, because they were. I mean, every little word, they were just stuck to what she was saying.
So, Joe on YouTube, what's up?
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, see, that's what happened to that one lady. She got infatuated. What happened is she thought she sent me money for something, and she just sent it to some random name. I never got any money. And I said, I don't want to be rude to you, ma'am. And I gave the money away to somebody. She said, give it away now and I'll give it to you. I said, okay, I gave them. And she never did anything. I don't know what she was, but from that day forward, oh my God, she went batshit crazy.
All right, everyone,
Oh,
I'm gonna show you something. Bear with me. I'm gonna present something on screen here. So I want
Okay,
you.
while you do that, I'm going to run and pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Put it
I gotta
on
go outside.
PIP so it'll be big.
Yeah.
PIP.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me pull me and pull Troy and pull Randy. I know there's one step to doing this, so come on. And here it reads: a woman who was cost rescue services more than £1 million with a series of botched suicide bids has been banned from going within 50 meters of the coast. Amy Beth Dollaham, 44 of whatever, I can't say that, staged more than 50 cries for help by throwing herself in the sea. She was given an ASPO banning her from entering the water, but as Swansea Crown Court admitted breaching it by sparking 4 alerts in 5 days in June. The case was adjourned for reports, and the ex-golf professional was bailed. A condition of her bail to address in Sussex was that she stay at least 50 meters, 164 feet from the sea around Britain's coast.
Alicia, you better be careful. She's going to see this and start stalking you.
No. I mean, everyone knows about it, y'all. Like, it's
Yeah,
not.
but maybe she's been in hiding, and now you brought her out. Everybody's going to freak out.
She's been in hiding like forever. Like, it don't matter. So it's a public news story, and it's BBC. So
Earl, get out! God, that cat.
What's he doing?
He's getting up on my dresser where all my personal things are. I don't want him laying up there where my cologne, my ear cleaner, Q-tips, and he's not supposed to be up
Hey, Cup
there.
of
That's
Joe.
why I keep my.
Does he not?
Who was that lady a few years ago? She drove 8 or 9 hours in an SUV, and she was going to go beat up some other lady, and it was all taking place on Periscope. Remember that?
No. Debbie,
remember that.
Debbie would know this one probably.
Debbie, who was that? That lady drove 8 hours to some other lady's house and started screaming at her to come out of her house, and then they got in the front yard and started screaming at each other.
Are you talking about
I don't remember their names. I was just sitting there watching the whole thing.
Wait. Was that Churchy?
It could have been.
That had to be Churchy and stayed at her house, and then the woman threw her out. That was all done on air.
I don't know. This was just crazy. I couldn't believe somebody drove 8 hours to go and harass somebody.
Tina? It could have been Tina too.
Was it? I don't remember. It was
Tina?
insane.
Yeah, it could have been Miss Tina. Okay, some places in the United States are going to be warmer than me today. It's only 68 here. It got down to below 50 last night. We had a cold front come through.
That's cold. Gee whiz. I wish it was that cold.
When we were 89 degrees.
I can't handle that.
When we were 89 degrees the day before, yes, it's cold. So
Yeah.
Anything below 50 here, I've got the heat cranked up under the covers. I don't like it. But I've been living in the desert for a decade, you know. I'm
yeah, not
actually
you.
going to write a book about the stuff that happened around me. It was like a Stephen King novel. Oh, it was that bad. I didn't know you had a bad one like that.
Yeah, this was Miss Tina. She was
Hey, come on, guys.
a man that,
Faith.
well, I don't know how to describe. She had real boobs. She had a boob job, right?
The
She
one
was,
who died?
but she never had the bottom surgery done.
Was that the one who passed away?
Yes.
Oh,
That
yeah.
nobody believed that they passed away, and Rich went to go try. They stole her phone. It was really messed up that she was in New Orleans. They called her mother when she died. Like that was ridiculous what they did to the parents.
And they went to try to steal her phone, huh? That group?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an awful thing what they did because they were going to do the memorial service live, and after these people calling, everything went private. Everything just went cold.
Huh.
So, they were going to raise money to have her transported back to New York City, where her parents were from and stuff. Yeah, it was a shame. It was.
Yeah, that is a shame. Yeah, there's a few things that have happened, and I can't believe that people get over here and nobody remembers that they've been kicked off of every other platform.
Right.
And then they're here like they're everybody's best buddies. That's kind of strange. And I remember wow. Anyway.
Yes,
let's not
you're
go
right,
there.
Randy. You're right.
I mean, it's
Some of them
nasty.
come here to try to change themselves, and some have, but we'll give them time. They haven't gotten accustomed.
They haven't got it. I already watched some changes in the past few days. We'll go into it some other day in a private.
Some
Spill the
people
tea.
are
I ain't
kind of
spilling
wrong.
it.
It gets worse.
It has to do with, it's not good.
No, Randy
Alicia-
needs to do that on his broadcast, not Alicia's broadcast.
I ain't doing that. I was always known, Helen, as the guy who did not do drama. Everybody knew me. Whenever I would go into a drama one, everybody would go, "Oh, Randy, why are you here?" I know you're not drama because I would never be attached to it. I was known as the no drama guy.
Randy, you got to run to Periscope and do it because they allow drama there. That's.
But on Periscope, I was known as the guy who doesn't. Oh, he never does drama. People would always try to egg me on to get me involved. And I just, I don't care. I was the most, whatever, good day, I never really got into it. But I did enjoy sometimes listening to Don Love and his nonsense.
Oh, he's still around. He's changed his name. How about the teddy bear guy, too?
Yeah. Oh, Don Love, though. I mean, it wasn't good always, but it was funny how he can antagonize people in his innocent but nasty voice. Oh, Don.
I knew all the drama that was going. I still know all the drama that's going on. Like my name has been added in it, and I've blocked I've pretty much blocked everyone. So
I'm lucky I don't have it. Randy always said you laugh. Thanks, Tina. But you observed
I don't need to
and
worry
all
about
the-
drama. I
all
got,
the deets. Yeah, I know it all.
well, the problem is I was asked to come in and kind of disrupt the scope, and it started from there. So I've been blasted all over the place because of it. So
Sports for the blind. You never were into all that?
I'm not into drama.
Oh, I wasn't
Got
either,
enough
but you
drama
had
in
to
life.
know. What would happen is
Yeah.
3 sides of the drama would be in your broadcast. So you'd have to keep them separated. And I kept them all separated with humor. And that's the only way to do it, or they'd start fighting with you. But once they learned that you would split it up, they wouldn't do it. It was funny. They'd be fighting. It's like they'd be fighting going down the road together, chained together. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Any issues ever had on Periscope, Steve, from people's jealousy over my friendship with other people? I never really had that. Nobody cared about that. They just tried to pull you into something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just liked it. They were bored, keyboard warriors and stuff
Yeah.
like that. They had nothing better to do, and they would get obsessed with it. It's worse than a school playground. It's worse because people would actually get obsessed with other people. I had someone obsessed with me because I threw a cigarette butt out my window, and they did a 3-hour scope on me.
For a
3
cigarette butt?
hours for
Wow.
a cigarette butt. Now,
Wow.
mind you, I carry an ashtray or a bottle of water in my.
You know, the worst one they ever abuse is they still abuse him. What's that young mentally ill guy with that young girl, the couple? I forget their name.
Oh,
Jimmy something.
Jimmy, yeah.
You know, he got on here on Haps, and a crowd beat him up so long that they got rid of him the first day.
He's
I
already
think they
banned
had-
on Haps.
Yeah, I know, but they shouldn't have. He has a right to be who he wants to be. He's just
Right, and people supported him, and they didn't like that people would give him money, and then they thought,
they were just jealous that he got money all the time. I
Right.
don't care if he's weird or he talks abusive. He was
Yeah.
not. He has a right to be on. If you're going to let the super racist left on, but then not let him on, you're setting unstandardized things here. You know, there's people on here that do 2 hours of total racism, and
Right.
that's nothing compared to Jimmy just being weird and asking
yeah, the
for money.
whites bashing the whites.
Oh, it's all sorts of it. They just go
Bashing
into it.
our own race. I don't get it. I just don't get it. You're just making it worse for.
Yeah, they got him blocked on here his first day.
Yep.
Actually,
Yeah, I couldn't
someone-
believe that Pablo and Peter and Hap's team would listen
to
about
those drama people.
right. Yep.
I was asked about it, and I said, "Hey, the guy's all right. He just got a weird, but he's no worse than anybody else here." They still
Right.
blocked him. I'm shocked. That was kind of when I got a little disinterested. If you give some other people a shot at it who are much worse, and then block him immediately, I don't know. I didn't like that. I thought that was
They
unfair.
called him like a cult leader,
Yeah, he's just a little mouthy guy, and he makes people angry. He's not my friend by no means, but he still has a right to be up here. There's a lot of people here that aren't my friend, but they have a right to be here.
right.
Mhm.
You're allowed to be here you're allowed to be, if you want to think one way or another, that's your business.
Oh yeah, Helen, 100%.
Yeah, there's people doing 10 times more than he would do. I admit he was a
when
little
you-
mentally.
When you demean people in any way, that's against TOS because speaking about a person is against TOS. You know, it's getting ridiculous on here.
Yeah, but Jimmy didn't speak about nobody. He just begging for money.
He never
and-
did. Never.
Yeah,
he
he was
would
begging
block
for
them
money.
all, delete his accounts, open new accounts up, and they would find him and just destroy
They've been
that.
harassing that kid for 3 or 4 years unfairly
Yep.
because they don't like him.
Having to move just because of it, because they would find out where he was.
Yeah,
I
they've
tell
been trailing him for 5 years that I know of.
Yeah.
So people
have
were
too much
stalking him.
time on their
Yeah,
hands.
they're actually the ones here were stalking him. And instead of blocking the stalker, they blocked him. Haps, way to go
Wow.
if you're watching a replay. You actually embraced the stalker and got the poor kid thrown out.
Mhm.
I couldn't explain it to them, so whatever they did, they did.
So Randy, you work tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I'll be in the car in 12 hours, parking, getting ready to go upstairs.
Are you going to sleep tonight that you took such a late nap?
Yeah, it'll just be later. Boy, how did we get into talking about all this old drama from those yesterdays? That's funny. There
But
was
it's
so much of it.
funny, It's just so weird. So weird.
What time is it over there, Randy?
It's 7:22 p.m.
Oh, okay. So you're only like, I don't know what time it is here.
It's 12:22 East Coast, and what are
It's
you?
on- It's a 9 hour.
I'm 7
9:22
hours
there.
ahead.
Yeah, 7 hours ahead. That's not. I thought you were a little bit further ahead. I thought you were like 12 hours ahead.
Well, you're what, 8? No,
I'm 9:22 right now.
yeah, 9, right? So 10, 11, 12. 1, 2.
Now, when I'm in the Philippines, you add 5 hours to it. So I'm 12 hours away when I'm in the Philippines.
That's
Yeah.
where I. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
okay.
where the timing is really off.
That killed
Yeah.
me. I couldn't watch Randy because he was so far off from me. It was crazy.
I don't have to worry now. They closed the Philippines again. Can't go home for a holiday.
Oh wow. Well, you
And I'm
watch
not
your.
going to go out and
Hey, did you see that they're coming up with the digital uh, part of the passport? It's not made by any government, so it's like a COVID passport, and it's a
yeah, I
digital.
already have. I have.
I just got my first shot yesterday, but no, I don't know anything about that.
I
but that's
got the
cool.
digital passport that's going to be for everyone. I don't
Yeah.
want to show it. Got too many numbers on it.
But
Yeah,
where do
no,
you?
Randy, you have your passport, and then the digital part of your COVID shot is on your phone through an app, and you can show it actually.
No, I have a digital passport with a digital number that says all my medical things in history, including
Oh,
COVID, including many things.
so
I have the trial.
mine is built. We have a chip here in the US. We have a chip built into ours with all our information on. So when we go through the customs and stuff, some of them have it where they can actually, it picks up your information.
Yeah, we have those temporary. You just walk by and everything is known.
And Royal
then-
Caribbean cruises are starting here, going to the Bahamas, and the only people that can cruise is that have the vaccine, because Bahamas is going to require you to have the
And
vaccine.
you know who owns Royal Caribbean Cruise now?
Say what?
You know who owns most of it now?
The same one that owns Carnival, majority
who
of the
owns all of
stock,
those?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi bought all of them. When
Yeah.
all the market crashed, they bought most
Yep.
of those cruise lines, and
That's
now they're
what-
taking off. They bought it with their Social Security fund, the people's money. So
Yep.
now that investment will pay off for the retirees, because now when it comes back, the stock will start to go back. That was a good investment.
Yeah, it was,
Mhm.
and it saved the cruise industry, right?
It saved the industry and it helped the retirement funds of the people of Saudi.
Yep.
So it was a double benefit. It saved people's jobs and helped retirement people have more income.
Right.
They use, I forget the fund they call
I
it here.
didn't know that.
Social Security. They use those Social Security investment funds. I can't remember what it's called in Arabic.
Strange they did that here in the United States. They used the funds, the Social Security funds, right? And then we have major issues with it, where it won't probably be around for our kids.
Yeah, here they use it for investment to make more money. They don't use it to pay senators' salaries.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hang on. I need to go check. It's 12:30. I'm just gonna go check on Jesse. I haven't seen hide or hair of him today, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's the Social Security. I mean, I think all the politicians make way too much money. I think all the football players, baseball players, basketball players, they make way too much money. You don't.
Okay,
pay
I can
that much
agree
money.
with you about government people overpaid, but when it comes to athletes, that's free trade.
Yeah.
And that's capitalism, and I love capitalism. I don't want to punish any man who's a billionaire and you're not. So, whenever we point at a man who's a billionaire and making a lot of money as a villain, that's anti-capitalistic, in my opinion.
I didn't say it was a villain.
Yeah, you
I
went
just
right
said-
there. I know you did. Let's
I did
argue.
not.
Put up the hand.
I did not. I just think they make way too much money. I mean,
Yeah, but that's independent market capitalism. If you don't go
True.
watch the games, they won't make $1 billion.
Exactly.
You're paying for it.
Yeah, well, I'm not, but yeah, other people are.
Those who go and pay $80 to sit at the nosebleed seat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's
What was he
crazy,
doing in
though.
there?
He was in bed still, just laying there on his phone.
Chillaxing, yeah.
Yeah. He's there like
Well,
you stayed up till 5 a.m. You were having a good time. I said, yeah, that was a good broadcast. We had a great broadcast with Uke last night. We had a lot of fun.
cool. You
It
guys,
just
that's late. You guys were up till 5, huh?
I
Yeah,
usually
no
do
kidding.
it one day a week. I'm on, one of her broadcasts. But the last
Hello,
time,
Mr. Dyson Dugasin from Kazakhstan, Nur Sultan. Hello. He's on there more than anybody. He's a good musician, by the way.
oh, okay.
He plays everything.
Oh, that's
Who's
cool.
that?
This Miram Dusin
Oh, okay. Yeah.
from Nur Sultan, Kazakhstan.
Oh, I'm actually gonna there. I just subscribed to him to check him out. There you go.
Yeah, I think I already have subscribed to him. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to get off here. I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Beat up some capitalists?
Yeah, that's it. I have to find him first. But
Good to see you,
have,
buddy. I'm
yeah.
just playing with you. I ain't giving you a break
I
on that one.
I know. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. I have to go do some stuff. So have a good day.
It
If
was
I
good
don't see you
talking to
guys,
you
okay?
too. All right.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
And
Hey, Miram, I come into your place and talk, but I think your English is not very well because you don't respond. I'm not sure if you know English. Or maybe I'm just catching you when you're busy playing.
Probably busy playing and not watching having a
I know I go
second
to a few South American broadcasts and they
Yeah,
know me. And my Portuguese is terrible, but my Spanish is manageable. So throughout South America, I'm cool until we go into Brazil. And then
Oh, wow.
Portuguese, I can understand Spanish, but Portuguese is hard.
I don't
Anyway,
know
we
why
have a good time. They laugh at me and I laugh back, trying to pretend like I don't know what's up.
Oh, my turtles are sunbathing.
You're looking healthy and wealthy today. What happened?
Me, I slept.
Oh, is that what it is? You look very well rested
I
and
got a
good.
good 4 hours sleep. I slept good for those 4 hours. I slept on the couch too.
Dee Dee says she's Portuguese. Very good. I wish I could speak it. I just can't do it. I have tried to learn Portuguese. I cannot. I was listening to you when I joined the broadcast.
Mhm.
Your daughter is coming to stay with you, and she has a live-in boyfriend that's been with her.
Yes.
I would like to tell you my negative thinking towards that.
Go
And
ahead.
I think your daughter is welcome. That's your daughter. But the
Yep.
boyfriend deal, I don't know, man. There's no commitment there.
Randy, they lived with me when I had my house, my 4-bedroom
I'm
house.
I'm
So-
just saying, your daughter, your kids forever, no matter what happens, you
Correct.
let your kids come home.
Right.
But you don't let them bring friends home.
Well,
And if they're not married, there's no commitment there, no matter if they live together a decade.
that's correct. But he knows his P's and Q's. He was really good the last time he was here. I had a problem with my daughter, not him. So,
I'm
but
complaining to you as your friend.
yeah, but he's the one that convinced my daughter to move back here. Realize that. My daughter didn't want to come back. He has been hounding her that he wanted to move back to Florida and be near me.
I hear you. Like I
He
said,
has
my
no
kids, I don't
family.
care if they're 80 years old, they can live in my house and live with me. But they don't bring a group of friends with them.
Yeah, well, his mother was raised. He was raised by a mother that was a drug addict and was 12 brothers and sisters, and all of them but 3 were went into the foster care system. 2 of them.
Yeah,
were
I mean,
killed in a
everybody has
fire.
a sad history, but that's not your
Yeah.
blood, and it's not even a
No.
kin. So I understand the caring thing, but you got to think about yourself, your age, and your health.
Yeah,
And a
and
woman
it's,
your age, mature, retired, and really at the prime of your life, enjoying your you're broadcasting, you know, to be put into an improper position.
Yeah.
I,
So
I just, I don't know. I
I know,
don't like it.
Randy.
I like you.
I know.
Okay.
And they won't
That's
be
all.
here. They won't be here long, Randy. I promise you, because like I said, she's a worker. He's the couch surfer, but if he's living here, he's going to be working. He's not going to be sitting here all day. So, and my daughter, all she does is work. So she works. She's a workaholic.
I'd make
So
if that, I would allow him in the house from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 5 days a week.
right. Well,
So you're
she's
on the
already,
patio from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
we're hoping Chipotle, like she's still like legally, she's still getting paid, but
Yeah.
they don't have anywhere for her to go. And there is a place in Ormond Beach, but that's still at least about a 30-minute ride from here. And she really doesn't want to be driving back and forth like that because it puts
Hello from Vancouver.
wear and tear on the vehicle, right? So we'll just have to one day at a time. So,
There you go.
and she's already knows that she doesn't want to stress me because my downfall is stress. And the last time she was here, that's why she went to a hotel, because my stress level was building and she knew it. So that's why she went to a hotel. So, but me and my daughter, we're best of friends. I love my daughter. So
Have you noticed? I never said anything about your daughter.
Yeah.
I'm talking
No,
about
I
the
know,
unconventional gentleman.
I know.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
Your
know.
daughter is your blood for life.
Yes.
But to pick up, it's like hanging out with a hitchhiker attached to your child. That's kind of
Right.
like, hey, well,
Well, he was not
actually,
supposed to move
she's
to-
lucky I'm not the father there. Old dude to be out of the. I mean, old dude would be he'd be somewhere else.
Yeah. So he was never supposed to move to Florida the first time my daughter lived here. He was supposed to stay behind.
Yeah, I would be a tough love on that deal. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So,
I don't. Yeah. Anyway,
well,
listen.
Randy, let me
I don't
tell
want to
you.
get you in trouble.
No, you're not going to get me in trouble. But let me tell you something. I will put their asses out in a heartbeat.
No, once again, not there. You got one person you're obligated to.
Yeah, but there's one that I've had a lot of problems with through life.
That's your kid. You're always going to have that. That's life.
Yeah. So, me and my daughter have actually physically gotten into a fist fight one time. So, there's a lot of history with my daughter.
There's no problem. It all works itself out with time.
Yep. And I'm not proud of that, y'all. Not in the least am I proud of it. So, but you'll never raise a hand to me because I'm going to come out full swinging.
Yeah, I've never gotten that type of a situation.
I never look to get into that type of situation, but my daughter and I was this way when it was the way she was raised by my mom, and she's got that chip on her shoulder, and I had it too. She just hasn't gotten rid of that chip yet. So I wish she could get rid. She'll change in life. She'll change. I hope. So
if she get rid of the leech, I think she would change.
She's bullheaded. So, well, she told me, she said, well, I don't know if Tevin's coming with me. And they're like, okay, so come by yourself. Just come on. I was like beaming. And she said, well, later on in the conversation, she said, like, maybe I'm just talking out my ass. And I was like, damn. Shit.
Can I get their number? I'll call and have talk to the young man if you don't mind.
I have to be careful. Jesse owns guns. Let's put it that way.
I'll put the burden. I'll let him know what the thinking is and the reality of a. Anyway.
The blow up in my house was my daughter grabbing the dog by the nape of the neck. That's what set all the problems off in my house. And Jesse has zero tolerance for something like that. Zero. So does mom. But mom was keeping her mouth shut, so I didn't cause no problems. Well, it blew
anyway,
up.
like I said, your child can always work itself out. It's when you bring a friend. A friend ain't no kin.
No.
So
I know.
I'm really weird about that.
We'll see how things go. We will see. She says we're not going to disrupt your house, but we'll see. We'll see.
No, it
So,
will.
so
If
that's
you
why I
look
want
at
to put.
if you look at the relationship, we're currently, if one person works all the time and the other one sits at the house, already there's some kind of a casual abuse going on.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
semi-slavery type situation, and it's
Correct.
not going to be better because they moved.
Right.
I already feel disrupted. Yeah, see, it already feels disrupted, Ellen. I'm telling
So
you, I think your daughter would work itself out. I just don't believe in bringing the strength. Anyway,
I don't understand. When he was here and he lived here in my house, he had two jobs. He worked both jobs. He worked two pretty much full-time jobs, right? But and he was a couch surfer. That's how he met my daughter. But he was homeless a lot of times. And he got bumped from family to family all over the, southern part of the United States, right? And that's how my daughter met him and stuff. And it's just kind of through a mutual friend and everything else. But when they
I know
go
a
to
lot of young people
Florida,
that grew up in a bad situation. They
right?
worked
And
their
when
way through their college and they got homes and cars and they're successful.
right,
Your history has no bearing on your future. You can
no,
correct
it
your life.
doesn't. No,
So,
but his first job in life was my daughter hiring him at Wendy's. That was his first job, and he was living with his uncle. So
yeah.
it's
Anyway,
just totally
I have
messed up.
nothing against. Yeah, if you're not
So,
working now, you can actually get out and earn the dollar somewhere.
oh yeah, but it's not where he has to learn that drugs isn't selling drugs, which he doesn't do, which he did before. So at least that's changed. Hello,
Well,
Fraser.
I would like to welcome you a place on my couch in Saudi or the Philippines. When you go crazy, you need to get away for 2 months. You can go hang out with my wife over in the Philippines and chillax, or you can hang out over here. That way, you don't bust a brain or aneurysm, whatever you call that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can come over. You can go hang out in the Philippines for a month. It won't cost you nothing. That way,
well,
you can get it. You're going to need it.
the one thing we're
Go
going to
for it.
tackle when she first moves here is she's going to help me organize things that I never was able to organize when I moved in here because I had no one help me. So I have a lot of
Harry
problems
Morton,
lifting
there's
things.
neighbor Harry's here. What's up, neighbor?
Hey, Harry. He lives, Randy. Harry lives down the street from me, literally. He went and saw Jesse yesterday.
When it's reopened again, damn COVID. Yeah, I hear you. This COVID stuff is nonsense. Helen.
Yeah. Yep.
I
And
can't believe that. I was going to go home. We have a holiday coming up in a few weeks. I always go home twice a year at this time of year. Now they closed it down again.
But Randy, they may open it up in a week or two. You never know.
Oh no. When they close it now, they'll keep it closed a month or two.
Oh wow.
And then I'll have to go down and go through all the damn diplomatic paperwork to get my paper, even though I'm allowed to go.
Right.
Each time I've got to go down and fill out all this paperwork. It'll be what it'll be. I probably won't be going for a while.
Well,
How
I
long
will
have they planning the restrictions? I don't know. They start out with a month and then they keep extending it.
our numbers are still going down, and actually our positivity rate, because that's what they worry about. They want you under what, 6.5% or something. It's where they want you. That's what they watch is the positivity rate. And we're down to 5.1% in Florida. Like we've dropped so quick. So it's showing that the vaccine is working. Our deaths are down very low. This numbers are down low across the board. Now let's see what happens with spring break. So we still have another month of spring break to go.
Thamar from Riyadh. What's happening, Thamar?
So
Yeah. Harry, praise. I'm trying to read the names. There.
no, Helen, I don't think they've said how long the restrictions are going to be in the Philippines.
I think maybe a month or two. It starts out as a month and then it ends up being 3 months, then 6 months. Then you never know.
Have they started giving the vaccine there yet, Randy?
I heard they bought 20 or 40 million vaccines. They only gave it to emergency care people or something. So they haven't got nearly enough.
Harry, that's untrue. We had 14 yesterday.
That's
14
frustrating
is in
thing.
its
The
tightest
inability to
spell.
plan. Yeah, it is, Helen. It gets
I don't know
old.
where you're getting those numbers that you think there was only 4 cases in Brevard. Melbourne is the hot zone and Palm Bay. Those are the 2 hot zones. Hang on, I'll tell you what we were yesterday. We had a lot more than that. We're probably I think we have the highest right now with numbers.
Oh, Helen's supposed to be back in Australia. Helen, you ain't gonna get to Australia. Benita's in the same boat. They're really yeah. Australia's just closed so tight. And I just seen yesterday on Sky News on the internet that Qantas Airline, if you do not have full vaccination, you're not allowed to use their airline anymore. And I think all airlines are going to switch to that.
So, okay, now listen to this one. So, in the last 24 hours, this was updated yesterday, 5,140 cases in Florida. Brevard had 126 cases. Melbourne had 38, Palm Bay 29, Cocoa 7, Titusville 14, Merritt Island 7, Rockledge 7, Satellite Beach 2, Cocoa Beach 7, Indian Atlantic 6, West Melbourne 3, Cape Canaveral 2, Melbourne Beach 1, Mims 1, Vieira 1, and no non-residents finally. No non-residents. So, but we're right there. We're number 3 in Brevard County with the 14.
What does a non-resident mean?
Because we have so many visitors. When a visitor or someone from out of state, a snowbird or something, come here, they go get a COVID test, and then they end up testing positive. They're listed as a non-resident, and we have a total of 700 non-residents in Brevard County since it started. Oh, the deaths, yeah, deaths are down. Yeah, that's most definitely true, Harry. But our positivity rate was 5.1 this morning. They said 5.1% in Florida, which is what they worry about. Is the positivity rate, which shows the vaccine's working. Yeah, Brevard, yes. 2 were taken away off our death list. So I guess they determined they weren't COVID. 2 were, hang on. Let me look at it again. Hang on. We have that too.
2 girls your dad knows came back from Orlando have a COVID.
So we had
Scary.
789 deaths, a decrease of 2. We didn't even have any deaths. We lost, so 2 were determined not to have COVID, so they removed them. And we had 7 hospitalizations.
So now they're not dead anymore?
Well, they died of something else, other causes.
I'm just joking. Oh, you're not dead now. Get up, get up.
That's what I thought when I first read it. I'm there like, what the hell? How do we decrease? Did they not actually die, or did they go to the morgue and they were actually alive? But no, what happened was
do you feel more energetic after the vaccine? I had 2 side effects from the vaccine, and this is not a joke. And but I don't know how to say it. I had a headache, a migraine, and I had a hard-on for 2 days. It was very weird. My pecker stood up for almost 2 days. Every time I laid down, it was just standing up. And what's going on? And I didn't have any ginger or anything, but I really did.
I should have had your wife there. Damn.
What a wasted thing. I couldn't even use it.
Harry, what is that? What is that link? Because I'm not going to click on it because it'll open on this page. So I can't right click to open on in a new.
I don't know, but it was weird. I'd lay down and wake up and go, it was happening for 2 days.
Put a flag on it.
I was about ready to prop a flag out there. It was like, what the heck's going on?
Put a sock on it.
I can't wait. That the true Randy, the Oxford vaccines have a steroid. Is that what it is? Well, oh my God! When I get the second shot, that's going to be crazy. I'm gonna have to get it on a weekend. It's hard to go to the mall with your pecker sticking out. It feels uncomfortable.
See the camels.
Really. You got to walk around like kind of hunched over. So I don't know. You don't want to go outside. You feel like a pervert. Everywhere you go, you got a little pointy thing sticking out.
Oh my God. Did you say this on stream and everyone knew?
No, I just told now for the first time. Nobody
Oh my
knew. I didn't tell them know.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Breaking news, everyone. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Astra whatever gives you. Yeah.
Harry, there's actually a Facebook website, and the woman is the reporter, and she actually breaks it down per town. I wouldn't go to that website actually. So she gets all her information off the CDC website.
So that explains that there is a steroid in that bag. I didn't know what it was.
I just didn't know steroids. That's a side effect of steroids.
I don't know. Something was going on. And you can't tell people what's going on. Well, well, I got this problem. And then people say, well, that's not a problem. Well, yeah, it is.
Yes. So Randy, Columbia, he's great. So he said when he had it, his fell off and he put it in a plastic baggie, and that he would have to wait for the second one and hope it grew back. But he's ended up taking duct tape and crazy glue and getting it back on. So
I weren't just super excited. No, it's like 24 hours. It's like you're trying to make coffee and you can't get close to the counter. I like to stand near the counter when I'm making coffee, but I had to bend over a little bit because I kept catching it on the handle, the drawer handle. So I'm standing there making coffee, and I went to turn, and it hung in the little corner of the door handle. Oh my God, I about screamed. It hurt so bad.
Randy wasn't wearing his blue jeans with the zipper, let's say.
Yeah, I was in my boxers, and it was catching on the door handles, on the drawer handles. It was terrible. It's just not normal.
As Jesse would say, don't you have an OnlyFans page yet?
Things happen,
Oh my
Might
God.
be over exaggerating the size. I don't know. It ain't 3 feet long. It ain't no bigger than a number 2 pencil, I'd say.
No wonder why the camels were running from you the other day. They were afraid they were going to get poked.
Earl has a new stretch stick. Oh Lord, that would be real.
Oh, I'm walking into shit. I put something where it shouldn't have been, and I just tripped over it. I freaking dumbass. Oh my Lord. Oh, Earl has a new
I'm
strap stick.
kind of scared about the second shot now.
It may not have the same. Well, you can
I
always
hope it
ask.
doesn't have the same effect.
Hey, Randy, do you have the app, or do you guys have an app there that you report the side effects and report that side effect? Honestly,
how are you going to type that out?
I mean, it may be on a list that you pick from, and that may be one. I don't know.
I'm going to work on how I'm going to phrase that.
Side effect erection
Uncontrollable erection
for 48 hours.
Unable to find the handle for detection due to the Anyway, I'm going to write.
Get some lube before the next one. Oh, are you sure it was not by? Hey, like that's interesting. We'll have to do some research on that one if anyone else is having that side effect. Honestly,
I had a small headache and a large family member.
That happened to someone, so it is a side effect. Hoots, thank you, Hoots, for letting us know that. That's AstraZeneca, though.
Yeah, that's what did it. Let me get some cold water real quick.
He's getting excited, folks. He needs some cold water. Oh, my Lord. I was talking to a doctor the other day, and he maintained that. Oh, they may not come forward. Oh, you think he died, but from some other complications. Wow. Big head, little head effect. Oh my God. He can't hear us. I don't think he heard that. He's going to come back. I got to tell him. Big head. Yeah, 48 hours, he said. 48 hours. I see a lot of movement down below. The animals are stirring. And why do... Oh, Belle's watching Stitch. Okay. Thought it was Peanut. They were attacking each other this morning. Did they die and still have the flagpole is the question. The poor mortician, what would he do? Cut it off to lay it down? I drain the blood. Oh, drain the blood out of it, right? They had to drain blood from his wounds. There you go. Well, yeah. Things were a bit stiff in the morgue. Oh my Lord. You got to go back and read. Tina said big head, little head effect you had.
Yeah, something like that. It was.
Oh my Lord. I know you're serious, but when people die, they do remove your blood out of you. So, I mean, so yes, out of the head of the pecker would be included to get it down. More hump than a camel. Fraser said. Oh.
I don't like the morgue. They're scary.
Yeah, when my dad passed away, there was no way that I was gonna.
People move. It freaks you out. They set up, their arms go up, and
yeah,
it's very scary.
Yeah, Jesse's dad actually came down here to Georgia when my dad passed away. He came down here and he drove me there, and he actually went inside and got the urn. He's put it up. I've never touched my mom and my dad's urn. Everyone has done it for me. I just can't do it. So, but we do have a national cemetery here that I would like to intern them at, and it would be free for me to do it since my father's a veteran.
Oh, I forgot. I get some kind of veteran burial thing too. I never thought about it. I need to fill out forms. I've never got any bit. I've never used any benefit.
Yeah, Randy,
I never even took a VA loan or none of it. I've never touched it.
Yeah, the National Cemetery's not too far from me. It's probably like maybe a 30-minute drive. They'll do a whole service for him and everything. And they have crypts actually. And I used to take the woman that I used to watch. I used to take her up there to go visit her husband because that's where he was buried. Oh my Lord, Fraser. Oh. My turtle is sound asleep again. He looks dead.
I don't know the brand of this, but this is just extra clean tasting water.
Is it
water?
No. Is it spring water or?
I don't know. It just tastes wonderful.
Oh.
Called
by the way.
HANA.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. I can't read the print. That's so microscopic. Can't nobody read that.
Oh. You know what you do, Randy, in that situation? Have you learned to take a picture?
And blow it up. Yeah, I've done
and
that.
And then blow it up. That's what I do all the time. Because my eyes are so dry right now and everything is blurry because of it. And I have to take a picture of it and blow everything up. Just trying to get my frigging printer hooked up it wouldn't recognize on my network, or my modem wouldn't recognize it. And she turned around and I had to call Canon. I didn't know what to do. I was following the steps like they said. And she said, do you have a mobile device or, a tablet? I said, I have a tablet. Since I'm on my phone, I'll use my tablet. And she said, okay, let's hook it up from your tablet. And it hooked right up, no issues. And then when I went and done it on the computer, it was right there. I'm there like, well, why don't you have it instructions first say to hook it up with the mobile device first, and then we would not be calling you. So
It says it's well water.
oh, Damer said it's well water. All bottled water in Saudi are well water. Okay.
It's nice, man. It's so clean. It's that artesian deep desert water. It's just perfect.
Right. The deeper your wells are, the cleaner tasting your water is because it
Yeah,
filters.
Samuel, this one here, this brand is the best one I've had here.
Yeah. Well,
I've
now you
never
know
had
what
one.
to buy.
Yeah, I like this one.
Hello, Jorge.
HAN, Dr. Jorge Padero from Santiago, Chile, in the house.
Tiago. What kind of doctor is he? I don't even know.
Doctor, what kind of doctor are you?
I don't know if you tell anyone, Jorge. I never asked or saw, I guess. I was just kind of curious. Belle, don't even get comfortable over there because I'm coming over there shortly. She's getting it on the couch in my spot. Got the whole damn couch. She goes right where I sit. When I go to bed at night, that's where she goes. And
Does
she's
your
saying,
son have an Xbox or Nintendo?
my son, he
Which
has
one?
he don't have the new Nintendo, but he's got the PlayStation. He's had all of them, Randy. But he's a computer gamer now, like since he's built his own computer. And he uses Steam to play all his games on. And he does VR a lot too. So I play the PlayStation. I like golf. I love to play golf. So I play it on the PlayStation. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't done it since I moved here.
When I lived in Saratoga Springs, New York, the water was the best. They also had natural carbonated right from the ground. That's nice.
When I lived in Saratoga Springs, New York, the water was the best. Yes, correct. Yep. I like I like the Fiji. Jesse don't like the Fiji. Jesse likes the Pana or whatever that
You know
bottle
the
is.
worst water? Evian water tastes like fish bowl.
Yeah.
I hate Evian. Why do people
So
like that?
but everyone has a different taste, and it's the metals and how your
Hello,
body reacts to it too, Randy. It's just like cologne or perfume. One person can wear it and it smells great. Another person wear it, it doesn't. So it reacts with actually your metals in your body.
I thought Florida is just golf field and Disney property. I hear you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of golf courses there.
Yeah.
Plantation.
We have so many golf courses here in the town that I live in. But we have a lot of property where there's a ongoing dispute with the city of Titusville and some property here. So
I don't know. My sister had a mansion on a golf course, and balls would hit the house.
Yep.
Occasionally, they got broken windows.
It's expensive too. Like one of the biggest golfing communities, I guess, would be down Boca Raton. And you actually like you sell your house for like $2,000, but you got to pay like 25 or sometimes 70,000, 80,000, 90,000 just to be on the golf course in a condo. It's crazy. And that's like
They were big homes that were like 800,000 to $1 million plus 1,000 a month to be a member of that club and all the nonsense.
Yeah.
Hello again from
Harry.
Plantation.
Well, the most of the well water here, like people use to water with, aren't deep enough in their iron unless you got a well that's deep that you can use. But the water here is what do they call them fields here? Aquifer water, and the water's disgusting here. It's disgusting.
Yeah, there's people in the water from the sinkholes.
No, we don't have sinkholes where I live. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they're underground deep.
Yeah. So Harry
But
has a
you
deep
see, a
well.
lot of places would get sulfur water. It smelled like eggs. You had to buy stuff to
That's
make it not smell.
that's iron in the water, and that's what Florida wells. So if you ever see anyone's houses or sidewalks, they got that rust color to it.
That's the
Um,
iron.
that's the iron. Yeah, and I have one of them, and they're great. You don't want to wash your car with it. You don't want to put your car near a sprinkler because it'll actually damage your paint. Like people don't know. Like my son parked my car, and I said, "What did you do to my car?" And he was taking my car at night, working overnight at 7-Eleven. And I told him, "Do not park my car." And it's one little section on my car that it would hit. So Tina, when I lived in New Jersey, Hackensack had a reservoir, some of the best drinking water because no boats, nothing was allowed on it. Georgia even had good water.
Your
Um,
sprinkler well is a shallow well.
Shallow
Okay.
well, yeah, it would dry up. Mine used to dry up over in uh I lived over there by the Titusville Flowers.
Yeah, a lot, especially
Arrow.
California, Thammer. They need desalination in California. They got problems. But they don't put in desalination plants. I don't know why. They're morons. They
Tampa
need
has
it
it.
badly.
Tampa has it, and the water's freaking disgusting. That is
Yeah,
the
but
most
it's for
disgusting.
showering and doing things.
Yeah, but and it's too expensive. That's the problem. It would cost us so much for water. Our water here is ridiculous. I use 2,000 gallons, and it's $45.
Yeah,
I
water
use
went up the past decade. 10 years ago, water was nothing. Now, worldwide, water is expensive.
Yeah, you
My
can.
well water in the Philippines, there was an earthquake and my well water became dirty.
Yep,
Yeah, it
yep.
used to be clean and nice, but now it's dirty. So I just plugged the well. We're lucky. Scottish water is beautiful. It even gets down south to England. That's good. My Philippine well was great. And then an earthquake, and then it made all the water kind of sandy, muddy. It ruined it.
Yeah, it disrupted the well hole,
Yeah, so
filled with sediment probably and everything. Did you lose
I
any
just,
pressure?
I just capped it and just stayed out of it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just hooked up the city water. I
yeah,
kept my well active for years in case there was a problem that I could always use it. We used it to water the garden and stuff. But then when it stopped, I
in
didn't want to
Jersey
pay
we
money
paid
to redig it.
$37 a quarter. And then Georgia, I had the house. I would use 5,000 gallons, and it would cost me $25 a month. But I had a well there,
Pays $13 a month.
so yeah, he gets charged $40 for sewage alone, right? Yep.
I forgot to pay my internet today. Those people are going to be so upset at me. I'll have to do it tomorrow. I just thought about it. I should have went to the office and paid for my internet
Yeah,
today.
and we have some nasty water here. Like they're always flushing the hydrants twice a year because we have aquifer water, which are not deep wells. And then when it rains, the water goes into the wells, and that's how our water is provided. So they're always flushing it, and they're dosing it with chlorine. Um, and it's hurt a lot of the animals. I have a filtration system on the fountain for the dogs, and I leave the water sitting out 24 hours before I actually give it to them. Um, but I know when there's an issue going on because Stitch starts to turn red, and it's from the water. So can't stand it. But I won't use bottled water. I use you when you cook, you're boiling everything off. So and you don't get the um what's the stuff for your teeth? Fluoride.
Fluoride, yeah.
That's why you want to drink tap water. My friends used to do the same thing, gave them their kids only bottled water and destroyed their teeth.
You give your dog bottled water. There you go.
Yeah, hoots. Yep. Got to be careful because the sand that was stuck to your car, make sure, hopefully, you didn't use brushes because it'll scratch your car up. I got to go to the car wash. I haven't had no rain, so my car is green right now from pollen. The pollen, and I know why all this is happening. Oak, grass, mulberry, and something else was blooming. So, and I oak is one of my worst ones. So, no, I sit it out for 24 hours, Tina. I have 2 jugs and I sit it out, and all your bad chemicals evaporate. And then they have a filter or charcoal filter on their thing. Yeah, you can here in Florida. Yeah, if you want a well, but you're going to be paying dearly. And I guess Harry can speak on costs. It depends how many feet they're going down until they get the clean drinking water, and it's very deep here. You got to go. Yeah, you. That doesn't mean it was from the water, Tina. Like Satellite Beach had an issue here, but that was for military stuff in the water. You're going from a reservoir. You're not going from an aquifer like we are. Aquifers cause that. Yeah, you're going to have swirl marks, Hoots. I would make a bet you will have swirl marks, surface scratches.
Oh, wow. I just right clicked on your picture and made it full screen, but I can't see the text anymore.
Uh-oh. Really? That happened? Huh? Did it open up in a new window? Hit escape, Brandy.
Now this now it left the window it was in, and it's over here in the corner in little bitty. Oh, check this out. Look, I'll show it to you.
Totally awesome from the dollar store.
Look at my screen now.
Hang on. Hang on, let me take me down for a second. Oh, wow. What did you do?
See, it's over here now running around the screen.
Oh, my God. Look at it. Oh, look. Oh, my Lord. What the hell did you do, Brandy?
I right clicked on your picture and said full screen, and now the picture won't go back where it's supposed to go.
Can you hit
This is
escape?
wild.
Can you hit escape? Oh, I've never seen anything like that.
I don't know how I did that.
You can't hit that little X floating around when it's, oh, look, you got it back here. Oh, poltergeist.
It's like chasing a Pac-Man.
What? Oh, the animals are bothering him.
Okay, I'll stop sharing it. Let me figure out how to put it back.
10 minutes after 1. You have work. Yes, you have to. You have one more day. Jesse's got to go on Monday on his day off.
Okay, I got it. I had to
Got it.
right click and I pressed exit picture in a picture and it went back in the hole.
So, Stitch, come. Stitch, come. Good boy. Hi. You want to come up? You want to come up and say hi to everyone? Oh, here. You can come up. Say hi to everyone. Say hi. I look ugly with my hair. Mommy's got to figure out what we're going to do to fix it.
Just shave her bald. Summer's coming.
I did not. Someone shaved my dog and pissed me off. I didn't even say nothing. I just walked out.
Why?
Because I probably would have knocked the living shit out of her right there. So she would not. I would have not. I was when she, and then she told me, like, look, see, he won't even let me touch his paw, and that's because she cut his quick. Can I see you now? Will you let me look at it?
You just got told you're top 40 on Mixcloud. You know what? I just joined Mixcloud today for the first time because Richard was doing something there. I have to follow you. What's your name on Mixcloud? I just today for the first time I joined it.
Was that for the interview, Helen? Or I don't know if that's on Mixcloud. I don't know. Oh, you have the radio show, maybe.
Mixcloud, here it is. Richard Roberts, Fireman Rich. I'll do a search for Miss Helen, Helen. Oh, I don't know how to find you. I see something that says Helen Wallace Fisher. Helen Wallace. Let me ask her.
Look.
What is your radio show?
Oh,
No, it's
he don't want to get down, y'all. Like
Radio Leggy. Okay, let me try that name.
Radio Leggy. So what's the leggy part? I'm so curious because I know that's your handle too.
Oh, I found you. There it is.
He's a butthead.
Radio
Are you looking
Leggy.
for food? Is your food bowl empty? Do we need to put more food in your food bowl? I don't even know. I haven't looked at it, but I just saw you go over there. Get out of the garbage. That's bad. That's
All right,
bad.
I found you. I
No,
followed you on that thing.
no. You know better. Don't put your nose in my garbage cans.
Are you talking to the dog?
Yes, because he steals. There's only one thing he's looking for. You know the little toilet paper things that, you know, the cardboard?
Oh, my cat loves those.
He steals them out of the garbage can and he throws them all over the place. Oh, you're tall.
It's
Okay.
always got called Leggy, and it's
Oh, okay,
stuck.
Helen.
It's quite
You're
tall
always
and the legs
sitting.
are long.
Who knew? You're always sitting, so I wouldn't know you were tall. My dog needs a bath. He's going for a bath today. He stinks. He smells like a friggin' dog. It rained, or he got into sprinklers and got wet. And he smells like a wet dog. I can't do it. That's this. I noticed it last night. So we're gonna go up to Super.
I wonder why that happens to dogs, but that doesn't happen to cats. Sam Pratt, you're not going out for a drive today? No, I'm hanging out. I'm kind of being kicked back today. Hi, yeah, I look short and dumpy because I'm fat. I always surprise people when I meet them in person. There you go. Yeah, it's funny. Nobody cares about how tall you are. They always care about how wide I am. It's my width that bothers people, not my height.
It's because they're usually big too, right? They're keyboard warriors. Like, come on, show yourself. You want to talk all this kind of shit? Let's see what you look like.
I think it's fair. I think fat people can call people fat, just like black people can call people the N-word. But I don't think skinny people can reverse or white people can reverse. It's one of the unwritten rules.
So, Harry, that's usually a dominance thing. That when is Biscuit a cat? What is Biscuit? Another dog? That's a dominance thing. It has nothing to do they're horny or anything. It's usually dominance because my dog humps the cats. So
My neighbor, well, anyway, I won't talk about my neighbor's wife. She's kind of that
he
way.
likes to hump kids because he wants to take possession of the kids when they come in the house. So your
He
dog
doesn't
doesn't
really
want
like-
like,
that's-
hell no. Hell no.
The hump biscuit is a male beagle.
Yeah, that's a dominance thing. That's all Gravy's doing is showing he's the dominant dog to Biscuit. That's all that is. I'm the leader of the house. I'm the leader of the pack. You know. It doesn't matter if they've been neutered or not. Neutered. My dog has been neutered since as soon as he could get neutered, and he humps, and it's a dominance thing.
Really?
So they just want to take possession of it and say, I'm king of this castle. That's all it is.
Well, I'm going to run away. I think I'm going to try to relax and get my mind settled, even though I'm not tired, but I'm going to try to wind my brain down.
I got about 45 minutes because we usually walk out the door 5 minutes before he's got to be at work. So.
All right, have fun. It was great chatting, being around, and seeing everybody.
Yeah, good. I'll see everyone later on today.
Okay.
Everyone have a great day.
It was kind of nice. I didn't turn on the other. I only turned on a few accounts, so we didn't have. We got rid of the troll early.
Yeah, Everyone
But if he's out, that
disapproval.
means when Vanita goes to work, she's going to be her own. Poor Vanita.
Oh well, she needs to block them.
She
That's all
needs to do it. That
she
dude is
only
just bad.
she needs to go back into her streams when she finishes in Periscope, find them, block them, and they won't troll her ever again. So, and
All
don't
right.
entertain them. All right.
See you later.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
You're leaving too?
Yeah, I got 45 minutes to eat something before Jesse goes to work.
All right. Bye.
So I'm out of here. Everyone have a great day. Right, Helen. Right. But that's the best thing you could do is block. So don't engage them, block them, get rid of them, have Periscope open, in the background. So like I do. So if it happened again, they created two, sometimes they have 2 and 3 accounts. I would have been able to block them. It's as easy as that. So, but, or have a moderator on, or just don't run it on Periscope. But we only have what? How long do we have? 13 days? 14, right? 7, 11 days. 11 days to go. And it won't be happening no more. So, all right. Peace out, everyone. Be good. See y'all later.